Are immigration courts ever going to open? Are they still deporting people? Tune in today to Immigration Wednesdays to find out. Hi, I'm Attorney Jeff Peak, and just this week here in Central Texas, we found out that immigration courts in San Antonio are going to open up in July. Come July 6th, after the 4th of July Day weekend, immigration courts back in San Antonio are back up and operating. Now, a couple points, they're not going to be in full capacity. They've announced they're only going to have 4 courts going at a time. So there's a lot more judges than 4 judges. So it seems like they're just going to be focused on removal hearings, the actual final hearings that happen, called individual hearings. So if you have an attorney and you have a court coming up in July or August, you really need to start talking to them because things are moving forward. If you don't have an attorney, and likewise you have a court hearing coming up in San Antonio in July, August, September, you really need to start talking and finding an attorney to figure out what your strategy is going to be. Interestingly enough, there may be a couple strategies. One, we just had the Supreme Court case. The Nice-Chavez decision may open a possibility for your attorney to attack the charging instrument, the notice to appear, maybe get you out of immigration court proceedings. Recently, they just announced there's a lot of groups really pressuring the Biden administration to reverse some of the Trump-era Board of Immigration Appeals decisions. And one that's very important and relevant to that conversation with respect to immigration courts was a decision to get rid of administrative closure. What is administrative closure? Administrative closure is a process by which the government can agree with the attorney or the immigrant to pause their removal proceedings and basically place them off to the side and take them out of removal proceedings for all purposes and let them stay in the country. And that is an amazing argument, amazing tool for immigrants who have decent cases but not great cases, who may end up losing their argument for cancellation or asylum or whatever it is, and allow them to stay here. We're hopeful maybe in the coming months we will see that movement by the Biden administration to start reversing some of those Trump-era decisions from the Board of Immigration Appeals, but it hasn't happened yet. So that means come July, August, we don't know if you're going to have those tools available. Probably not at this point. So you really need to be making plans of how do you stay in the country. At this point, any immigrant would be advised to talk to your attorney. Any delay, any postponement, even any reset of your case is going to be hugely to your advantage. Because we imagine there's going to be much more beneficial things coming down in the future months, possibly later this summer, possibly in the fall or spring of next year. So the idea is to stay here as long as you can while the Biden administration is working out additional beneficial immigration actions. So that's my advice, it's my strategy, that's what's happening. Immigration courts in San Antonio opening back up. If you're in a different immigration court, if you're in Dallas or Houston or somewhere outside of Texas, you need to check. They're sending out announcements regularly. You can look it online. EOIR is the Executive Office of Immigration Review. That's the court system. Find the court near you and find out. If you need any help, give us a call. If you need representation, we'd love to help you. And I hope that's been helpful for you today. That's Immigration Wednesdays. I'm Attorney Jeff Peak. We'll see you next Wednesday.